have the other ones available in there.
Wait.
But
So, Luke, what are you drinking today? Coca-Cola.
Morning on the way to the gym and set my ukulele on top of the car and then drove off down the road.
I need a bow after that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Look at that.
I learned my lesson from last time.
What a welcome, thank you. I drink the most fruity drinks imaginable.
It's laundry day.
it's laundry day.
So you always wear hats with laundry day?
I'm going to did you a favor, James. I just say, later.
So how did you two meet?
Well, there's these places in San Francisco. I think they're called bathhouses.
It's like one of those things where everyone wants to focus on like the big events that happen, but day to day, what we're doing is we're on like some of our drawstrings, smoking weed, making comics. It's chill. It's so much fun, and like
Yes. Man, I'm not a YouTuber. I do this because I want to sell comic books. Woo! Yes! Yes, guys! It is Sunday! It is Sunday. This means another episode of A Drink with Brink, where I talk with other indie creators about their lives and their hopes and their dreams and their books and their campaigns, because I am done with the mainstream, and indie is where the passion is, guys. So yeah, I hope you're all having a fantastic weekend. I've been busy with putting packages together. I'm in fulfillment stage for Perfect 10 issue 4, which is still active right now on Indiegogo. So we had this campaign in 3 parts. We had My Comic, Kickstarter, and Indiegogo, and everything is closed. Only Indiegogo is still open. You can still back there. So get on that while you can, guys. I've been busy packaging shipments for the UK and for Europe. And we still need to send some bigger packages to the United States. So everything is moving. Everything is moving, guys. I'm so happy that Critical Blast is helping me out with the United States distribution. Saves me a lot of time and headaches. And in the chat is Mike. Excellent. Always good to see Mike. Dave, top tier indie fulfiller. I hope your weekend's been superb. Good, sir. Again, a great intro. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, my weekend has been fantastic. I hope yours was also good. So Pau will send me your specific commission soon, and once it's here, I can put together your shipment and send it to you, Mike. So a little bit more patience, but it will get to you as soon as possible. And thank you for the support, man. I really appreciate it. All right, guys, we have a brand new guest to the show, never been on the show before, which is awesome. So I can introduce you to new people and new people to you. So I know basically nothing. So let's just have a chat with the good man, and may I have a very warm welcome for Mr. Hero DarkyDark. There you go. Welcome. Are you here? Are you gone? Is your mic off? We can't hear you. Oh, we can't hear you. Oh no, his mic is off. 1 sec. He says 1 sec. He's having some technical difficulties. No worries. Once he's ready, we will hear him. So in the meantime, guys, we have Mike says no problem. A little more of a wait gives me time to reread issues 1, 2, 3 again. And hello, Mr. DarkyDark. Yeah, the downside, right? So people who buy a commission, so there is this commission tier. So Pa will draw this character for you, any character you want, and which is awesome. But the downside is that it takes a little bit longer to get to people, because Pao has to first draw it, then send it to me, and it has to be sent in.
Oh, okay, there you
Hey, I can hear you, sir. I can hear you, DarkyDark.
go. My service thing glitched for a second, so I think that's what disconnected my mic.
Oh, no problem. I was just telling that so people who back the commission tier, the commissions need to be drawn, then it needs to be shipped to me in one package to save on the shipping costs. So the commission will be cheaper, right? But this means it will take 2 routes. It will go through me, then it will go to wherever you live. So yes, welcome, Hero DarkyDark.
Thank you. Too kind.
How are you this weekend?
I'm doing pretty good. I got a lot of stuff done. I'm getting back in the groove of more content creation, building my own audience, all that good stuff.
All right. So you got some stuff done. You're working on content creation. What kind of content is this?
Yeah, like just more YouTube, so script writing, finding the right editors, that kind of stuff. So I can
really
have a platform on YouTube to also help promote stuff, and just not just being on Twitter all day, but a little bit of attention.
Sure. So, but what's your main? So are you a comic creator or a YouTube creator? What's your main thing?
I'd say overall, my main goal is just comic manga creator, because that's more of like my interest, as I've always had since I was younger. I always had like an interest of like making my own comics, manga, many story ideas, and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say if I choose one or two, it's more of the comic creator with a little bit of the YouTube content creator on the side to help boost the first thing and side projects when I just don't want to do something comic related for a bit.
Sure. Yeah. So you actually enjoy making YouTube content?
Yes. Yeah, it is enjoyable.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice to just be able to speak on things.
Sure. That's YouTube is a good, almost necessary like platform for indie creators, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Darkside's Comics, welcome to the chat. Darkside is Comics. Guys, subscribe to Darkside is Comics YouTube channel for daily comic book reviews. So yeah, I can't see it, Hero DarkyDark, so I have to take your word for it. But it is this question that I need to ask all my guests is, what are you drinking?
Well, water, basically. I'm a water guy.
Water, that's perfectly fine. That's like 40% of the guests drink water. Where are you from, by the way?
I'm from the US.
United States. Yeah, it's pretty early right now there. Right?
Yeah,
it's about
recently. I say it's around evening time. So
sure.
It's not that early.
All right. Okay. All right. So okay, what can you tell us about yourself? How did you get into creating manga or comics?
Well, as I said before, I was always creating my own stories when I was younger. I watched a lot of anime and comic book when I was younger, like Justice League Unlimited, the Batman series. I think I have a lot of older siblings who introduced me to that stuff, so I was always watching it with them while I was basically a baby. So it was one of those things where, like, after watching that, you just start getting into your head that, man, I want to make something like that. And then from there, just a slow, grind of those ideas as a story as a child, and then you go up later. Then, eventually, I think it was around high schoolish that I kind of just realized, oh wait, I can write. I can just write this out. I don't need to just keep these ideas in my head. And so I, did that for a little while. But since I was broke in college, broke in high school, and then also broke in college, it's not like I have too much resources to actually get it done. And I wasn't the best drawer, so most things just kind of stayed in stasis. And then, grow up, got a job, made money, and then I just realized, I can just hire people to draw for me. And then, here I am today.
Yeah. Yes, this is true. Dr. Rhino, welcome, sir. Everyone freeze and be cool. I'm here for the waifu alone. And yes, the doctor is in. The waifu. Yeah. Some people really, really appreciate your main character. What's the name of your main character?
Well, technically speaking, there's two main characters. There's Guy Zeal. He's the hero of the story. And the waifu he's referring to her name is Gomorrah. And she's actually a villain than actually a hero.
Gomorrah?
Yeah, Gomorrah.
Mm-hmm.
And, thankfully, she's more of like that tag-along person who they don't directly fight because Zeal's wholly outmatched to her, because Zeal's more of like a new hero. Like, okay, yeah, he just started like a year or two ago. So he doesn't have that much experience. While Gomorrah is like, okay, yeah, I've been doing this since I was like in middle school. Like you can't really take me on. I got too much power on you. So she just spends most of her day following him around just to annoy him, bully him, mess with him, and that kind of stuff.
Right, but she's not human. She's human?
Yeah, she's basically human. Basically human.
Okay. Yeah, you had a lot of these. You have a lot of these manga series. I'm not sure if that's the genre within manga, but you have these stories wherein you have this guy, and he meets like girls from different dimensions or worlds or monster girls or whatever. So a lot of people like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no. In this one, it's. I'd say this world is. I won't say it's 100% grounded because there's powers and everything, but it's more grounded. But thankfully, we're not dealing with that much dimensional timeline stuff. So yes, he is basically human. And I say basically since half the things he does, but yes, he is. Yeah.
But you said that you grew up watching cartoons that got you into like this fiction, this fantasy stuff, and you started to create your own stories, right?
Yeah, it was like very inspirational because I was a kid, so of course I like things like Dragon Ball and stuff. That high action violence is one of those things where it's like, I really enjoyed it. And then I have siblings, so of course we usually always talk about it. And then of course, like most siblings, it's eventually come to the point of, okay, what power you have, or what will you do in this situation? And from there, it's kind of just how it grew from, if I could make my own world.
That says Dr. Rhino, he already likes you.
Oh, thank you. I like you too, random citizen. But from there, just like a slow burn from, maybe I could make my own world with a different concept and stuff, and then it just a slow grow. And I remember when I was younger, me and my own sibling, even though we couldn't draw, we used to like still draw on little comics and stuff. And I remember one of my siblings, he made like a small comic where it was like some guy got attacked by someone who could use shadow powers, which I just realized the irony of it, considering how the hero of my book also used shadow powers. But hey, I guess that's how life works.
Right. So you said you did this with your brother, or did I?
When I was younger, there was once like a comic my sibling made. Well, that was the plot where some guy fought someone with shadow powers.
Sure.
This is like almost a decade ago.
By the way,
so I always had like that creative bone in my body.
Yeah. Sibling, that's a fantastic word, by the way. We have nothing like that in Dutch. like one word for brother or sister. You have siblings, fantastic word. So did your fascination or your interest with cartoons also lead you to read manga?
Yeah, it was kind of like a mix because, like, Coast Cartoon Network daytime, it's like the regular cartoons, and then once, like, on Saturdays and stuff, that's where Toonami came in and they sold Dragon Ball, Naruto, Bleach, and
Right.
so just kind of like this is good, and then nighttime on a Saturday, it's like, oh wow, this came out, yeah, this is good too. Honestly, when I was young, I didn't even notice the difference. Yeah, I just thought it was all cartoons, but technically it is, but. Of course, when I grew older, I just realized, so this came from me. Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense now. So it's kind of like I won't say like it was a specific this leading to X, but more of just, I was just consuming a lot of stuff, and then they came into my view.
Mike says JLU is one of the greatest animated series ever made, at least from out of America.
I agree. To this day, I still don't believe a lot of other, at least that came from like DC or Marvel animated wise, could truly match up to like the heights that sold watts. Because that soul is almost timeless.
Right. So you made stories, and so basically, when you wrote stories, you thought more of it like a cartoon. So.
Yeah, like cartoon, anime, basically whatever media helped me kind of visualize it better. Yeah, with the high action. I was very action oriented as a child, so I won't say there was much story outside of these people fight and then these people fight here. But of course, as I grew older and I started being able to handle digest more complex things, those complex concepts starts going to the stories I thought of and so forth.
Right. So did you so now you have your work like drawn, so you hire people to draw these stories?
Yeah,
Are these
I realize I work better as like a writer, so of course I write out the script and stuff. I do have like a decent idea. I won't say panel wise, but to what page to page we transfer from script to page. Just to help the artist in case they might confuse something.
Sure.
In case how well done that stuff. I'm sorry, you were saying something?
No. I was just wondering, how long have you been writing these? Since you were young, you said, right? So, but now you actually have to make scripts because you have like artists who make these stories for you. And these are like comics, right? So you have to like format, structure your stories in such way that they can work with it.
Yeah, like I said, as a child, it was more of this ideas in your head. You just keep around for like months at a time. And of course, when I grew a little bit, I kept like a notebook where I drew some ideas and wrote down some ideas. And of course, it was around like high school. That's when I got into the more, I won't say it was like the most professional comic strip wise, but I started to format it better piece by piece. It was more like written novel stories than pure comic strips. And then of course, as I grew and stuff, and I kind of just saw how, look up videos about, how do you actually make comics? How do people make manga and stuff? And I saw their format. I'm just like, oh, okay, so that's how you should do it to make it flow better and then adapt my style to it.
Right. Was it difficult to find artists?
I'd say it was decently difficult because like when you're just starting out, of course, you don't really have much resources or reliable contact. You just pick up the phone and be like, hey, you know anyone? So at best, if you like go on like Twitter and stuff, you just type in commission artists, and then you just get like a lot of bots, a lot of people who artwork. I won't be mean, but not to the standard you hope for, at least depending on what you want to do and stuff. And so, thankfully I, have friends, have people, community who not directly, but sometimes I'll see like artists that hover around them, and I'll see their work, and I'll be like, "Hey, I like that. Hey, you want to do some work?" Or I'll go to like other sites. There's some sites are actually pretty decent if you want to outside work, like Fiverr. I know, like for Fiverr, sometimes I'll want like a character design for a new character I've written down to give to the main artist who's making the book. But he's busy doing that, so I don't want to take his time away.
Sure.
I'll just go to like Fiverr and just be like, hey, I just want a piece for this character. Can you draw it? And then, be like, oh yeah, like this $50, and then I'll have like a decent concept script. I can take that, give it to my main artist, and be like, okay, yeah, here's a concept for it. If you want to spruce it up, we can talk about designs and help spice it up to make it look good or look more aligned with everything else. And yeah.
Right. Did you say Firebird?
Fiverr. It's like Five.
Fiverr. Oh, Fiverr. Sure. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. You have to like search for the good stuff there, right?
Yeah, it's a lot easier there since there's less bots per se, and it's easier to like just check back on the work. On Twitter, it's kind of harder to like differentiate between search items.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. You should never like post this ad on Twitter that you're looking for artists, because your inbox will explode with mostly rubbish.
Oh yeah, I had that happen to me while starting out. I was like, oh yeah, I'm looking for artists. Next thing I know, it's like 6-9 different artists. I'm young. I don't even think they're human. I just think they're like bots or like scammers trying to get you to like give them money, and then they throw out like some AI 5-minute crap at you. But
all right, yes, that's also nowadays. You never know if people actually can draw, right? They just send you this picture, it looks good. But when they can't really draw because they don't have the skills, to just have this program that creates this visual for them, then what you're gonna do if you want edits or change or whatever?
Yeah, exactly. And plus, you gotta look at Bestie when you show up to other people and they know this. Because now they might just be thinking, okay, you're trying to like just pass this off as normal or that kind of stuff.
Right. But what I've seen, maybe we can bring up your campaign so we know what we're talking about here.
Oh yeah, sure.
The Relentlessly Bullied Hero. Share. There we go. This is it, right?
Yes, it is.
This is it. This art is nice. Maybe we should start with the trailer. I hope I have the sound on. If not, let me know.
As pillars of society, heroism must stand proud, no matter what. Through injury, madness, nihilism, and even death, a hero shall step up and lay their body on the line like those before them. We may fail, but we will never stand down, for it is through our valor and will that society will be purified for a better tomorrow. Oh God, I couldn't hold it in. What is this, Zeal? Your first draft? It's worded so weirdly. And haven't you ever heard of a word limit? Gotta make it snappy and interesting. Let me show you how it's done. Greetings, peasants. The great villainess, cursed sorcerer Grimoire is speaking. Welcome to the show of my creation, featuring Zeal, the hero of our story. Say hi, Zeal. Fantastic. He's a very odd new gen hero I came across and claims he can return heroism to its once prestigious state compared to its current degenerating from. Hard pressed to believe from his general lack of abilities, but hey, he has spirit. Who doesn't want to see an underdog story? And if he fails, it'll be hella fun to witness. Coming this... Zeal, when is this campaign starting again?
Late January. It's starting late January 2024. And of course it wasn't finished. You just jumped me and stole my journal, you freaking sociopath.
We've got it all. Violence, explosions, my sexy self. So go, give me your money.
You vile woman. You think this is funny? There's no games here, witch. This town is diseased. Rottenness steeped into the soul, and my crusade shall chip it away piece by piece. I swear, by my flesh and bone, I shall...
Enough of that. The gag goes back on.
Wait. This is my story, isn't it? Why am I playing second fiddle here?
There'll be plenty of cool stuff, so go spend your money on Relentlessly Bullied Hero. #1. Any parting words, Zeal?
Really? Well, I stole my hero's mission statement too.
Psych.
Great. That's great. That looked nice, man.
Oh yeah, I'm very happy with how it turned out.
Yes, I actually hired some voice actors.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, Fiverr is like one of the greatest resources. If you're on a budget and you just need to just buy time for one reason or another, it's like a great place. A lot of good people willing to do work, time efficient. You can discuss things, so it's not like prices are always set. It's like using Twitter. We're skipping all the bots. I still use Twitter, but I just use it for more like the big things, and used to do like recommendation.
Right.
You use Twitter. If someone scams you, there's very little Twitter itself can do to like fix it. But through Fiverr, it's like they gotta at least put in some effort, or else they get taken down.
Did you write the dialogue for the trailer?
Yes, I did.
Right, it was kind of meta, right? It took me a little while, but then I noticed they were talking about the creation of the book.
For sure. Yeah, I'll just when I think about the trailer, I'm like, okay, how can I make this trailer, and then which way can I make it? So I just do like a regular, narrator just says what the book's about, or so I kind of, and then I kind of just thought, this is a book about, as a hero doing his job, a villain that's constantly mess with him. So what if I made the trailer itself had like a mini story that relates to it? The villain just probably like midway through recording, the villain just breaks into his studio, tie him up, and then just took over his studio and made the trailer for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how it turned out.
She can also make him not being able to talk, or was it just later? Is that the gimmick within the story?
So you just tied him up. If you go like now more down towards the like just above where the rewards are, or just over where rewards are in the campaign part, I did actually commission someone to like draw how it actually ended up. It's like a lot lower. It's after it describes the story. It's like it's more lower, down.
Yeah, I want to go through this with you.
Up there. It's above this one. Yeah, above this one. Yeah, right
here.
there.
Oh,
yeah. So that's basically how he is. And he just tied up in his own studio and he can't speak.
Wow. She has his horns also. Yeah, she's definitely things going on.
Definitely debate about how human she is. But...
Right. All right. Mike says that was a good trailer. Subversive script that holds the attention. Doctriner says, I love it. And he says, yeah, I'm going to support when I can.
Oh, fantastic. That's perfect. Thank you.
Fantastic. This means the trailer does what it was supposed to do. So good job.
Yeah. When I was making it, I was thinking to myself, I can start out kind of regularly with like, voiceover, but I think really catching people's attention was just that breaking a character of laughing, because that's when someone just be like, wait, what? Like, this part of the script? Or...
Yeah. You have 21 days to go. You have 15 backers right now, which should be more, guys. So let's share out this campaign. Let's share it out on social media. The link to this campaign is pinned in the chat. It's also in the description of this video. And you all, your goal is very low. It's only $1,000, so that's very doable.
Yeah, I decided to like go low because I'm like, it's basically like my first actually campaign comic ever. I don't have that much of a reputation or too much of an audience specifically there for my book. So I'm thinking to myself, let's just keep it, realistic, doable. Give me time to test things out, see how I can price things and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. This is the thing, you want to grow the audience. So you start small, right? All right, this is a comic manga inspired by My Hero Academia and other iconic classic superhero TV shows. Action-packed, 52 pages. And it falls in the superhero category. It's black and white, and it has 8 bonus pages. So total like, what is it, 58 pages. 60.
Yeah, funny story about that is basically of course, researching into like printing and stuff. There was a way I wanted to be printed, because I didn't want to do floppy. Cause I felt like that would be a bit too cheap, especially for like a 52-page story. And I feel like it
Black
would
and
be
white.
too cheap. Yeah, I wanted them to
Mhm.
like last and stuff. So I wanted to do another option, but they have like a minimum page number you can only do it with. So I'm just like, all right, well, guess they're just getting 8 more pages
Oh,
of like bonus content and such.
oh, but you can fill it up with artwork or something.
Yeah, like artwork, additional information. I had like,
Sure.
well, yeah, it doesn't matter to spoil it. Basically, I had an idea where like, if you remember in the trailer, the Hero Zero mentioned that he had a journal that the villain stole. So they're
Yeah.
gonna have it that some of the bonus pages are like his notes, and the notes are on like other heroes and stuff. And so it's written from his perspective. So you see what he thinks about it, and then other information he knows about it. But at the same time, you gotta see like crossing and stuff because the villain is messing with those notes, drawing over it, making notes over it, and then making her own comments on his own writing.
All right.
Yeah, so he'll have something like her age number, but then you'll see that it's crossed out in her color ink because she crossed out because he doesn't want others to know her age and that kind of stuff.
So this is the main character, one of the main characters.
Yes.
And his name was? What was his name?
It's Deal, Deal.
Veal. Okay. Right. Nice. That looks professional. That face is really good. The eyes, expression. Looks professional. Maybe have some sequential art that people can read along. Staunch agent of shadows zeal. Right. Cool.
Yeah, if you can't tell, he named himself.
Right. So what's your process when you write this? You have is this one page? Is this how you write it, or do you leave it up to the artist to decide what goes where?
I do a bit of a mixed bag. So like I'll write a script, of course, like everything on this page is exactly how I put it on, but not exactly how it's viewed and stuff. I just when I write a script, I kind of want it to like, okay, here's the purpose of the scene and why it's there. And then I'll let the artist kind of like take a little bit of creative liberties to see how he does it. And of course, overview it and then check, see, okay, it is consistent, would it accidentally mess with something later if he accidentally added in something else. And add in we'll talk, we'll add in some ideas of what we want to do. So like for example, in this image here, you see his max is a little bit hazy and such. That actually wasn't in the original script, but during like one of the drafts, he had the max like that. And then of course I wanted to make a small change to something else. But I was asking, I'm like, oh yeah, but keep that max change in there. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a hard narrative wise, but loose creative wise.
Right. Great. By the way, I want to check. This is 15 backers right now. Let's see if we can have 16 backers by the end of the stream. Come on, guys. Let's help us out here. Great. So here are some. This looks like supernatural powers. Something. The black manifestation. Is that his?
Yeah, so
is that his power or something else?
Yeah, it's his. His power is basically like just it's a lot of shadow based stuff. As we go to other issues, we get more description on exactly how he does it. I kind of like a little bit of mystery to how he is. So on the surface, we could easily see it's his shadows, and as we go on, we kind of see, okay, what makes it like how does he actually apply it to life? Is it just okay, he just makes shadows? Is he just manipulating other stuff, or is it just pure magic? So that's stuff that's getting explored in other stories. But I kind of just want to look at that. Okay, yeah, okay. So we got shadow powers.
Yeah. Cool. This book is manga format. So like the size is manga size, or is it larger? What's the size?
Making it larger. I'm going for like a more regular, I think it's novel novel size. I think that's what graphic novel size.
Sure. Yeah.
Since it's American, so we read it from left to right, so it's normal.
Yeah.
But in case like in other situations, maybe at another time or something, maybe. But at the time, we're just doing like graphic novel size.
Yeah. Sure, I get it. Like Junji Ito comics.
Yeah.
It looks.
Oh, you know
nice.
him. I don't read too much of Junji Ito's work, but I do. Like
it's completely different, but more the format, right?
Yeah.
It looks really professional.
Oh yeah, I love the guy who did it. He's really good guy.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so we were talking about design. So who made this design? This character?
It's me. Before I actually, it's me. So before I actually went to the guy who's doing the interior work, I kind of, like I mentioned before, I came up with an idea. I came up with, even though I can't draw like a base design on how they should look, what I wanted to look, what attribute they went to, and then I went to like a different artist to help, create the design. Actually, this is like one of the first images of both characters that you see that was made for them. So that we have a base design, and then afterwards, that's when I gave it to the guy who does the interior work. I kind of want to. I'm a little bit of a slight control freak, not too much, but I do like characters to look a certain way that I like them to.
Yeah,
so that's why I kind of do it first, because I'll feel bad if like my main interior guy wants to have an idea as we're creating it, and if I set him down too much, that'll feel mean since you're doing a lot of leg run since you're the one actually doing the interior, even though I'm writing everything. So I kind of like just do it through a technically speaking, a third person, so that it's like, okay, dumb, I feel less bad. Let's say Boston Wine about how I want to design, since I'm just actually to draw a character how I wanted to, and I could take it and then give it to the main guy and just be like, oh yeah, I already got design. Here, just use this, and then if there's anything you want to add or change up, we can work on it.
Sure. Cool. So he has this little. It's not really a skull. It's something else. What is this? This symbol on her neck.
It's just a stylized skull, basically.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, cool. I just didn't want to go too generic with the skull shape, but yeah, it is basically just a skull.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I like the design. It's really nice.
A lot of people told me they like the design.
She looks older than him.
Yeah, that is actually it actually does come up, not in this issue, but in a later issue. Well, even a lot of other people going like, how old is he? He is shorter than her, and he does look younger.
He's like a teenager, or what is his age?
It's a mystery.
Oh, it's a mystery. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, of course, by pure gesture of everything going on around him, you can safely say that he at least gotta be like young adult, maybe like 17 to 19 or 20, but there's nothing definitive.
Sure. Dark Side, his comic says, nice. Is the story like closed? Is it one story, or is this part of a longer story?
You mean of the comic in general, or just this issue?
This book, is this one book, one shot?
Oh no, I'm planning on it to be like a series. If I can say how long the series would be, I say it kind of depends on how the series goes. Because if it gets popular, I could probably do like, I don't know, like 40 or 50 issues, because there's a lot of ideas I have. But if it's medium popularity and it's like, okay, yeah, people are interested in it, but eventually I might want to move on, I say I can get like the whole story and what I have planned done in like 15 or 20 issues. Maybe even less depending on how it goes. But I like to keep stories hard and loose, so that if I need to like wrap it up, I can mostly wrap it up and that kind of such.
Okay, that's interesting. That's a way of writing that facilitates this. That not every writer can do that. That you can just like stop or wrap it up or whatever.
Yeah, Cause I kind of realized that in my position, I don't exactly have too much of a privilege to just be a hardline. I'm gonna stick to this no matter what. Because I do have other ideas and other stuff. So like if this book or if this series isn't that, I don't want to say profitable, but that not that interested, was like, okay, I can barely get anyone to actually look at it. It's like, okay, yeah, it's a nice story. Unfortunately, not a lot of people is interested in it. Yeah, I can still like tell like the main beats I want to and then just wrap it up. But if people are really into looking into it, then yeah, I can expand on things, actually explore stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why I'm careful with what I hint at and then what's actually in there, so that hey, if you got time, I can actually full go into it. If not, well, maybe I could just repost those in like another series or something.
Sure. Yes. Dr. Rhino says, Dark, I look forward to working with you in the future one day. Oh, I'm definitely keeping you in mind. Look at that. Look at that.
Thank you.
Possible collaborations.
Hey, I wouldn't mind.
Some more preview interior pages. Yeah. So, how long did it take you to write this first book?
Writing it, I say it took me about a month or two, because of course I have work and other stuff, so it's kind of like, okay, I just write when I can. Some days are slower than others, so I'd say this took me about a month or two. I think I'm getting a little bit better. It just depends on my groove, because sometimes if I'm not really feeling it, I'm slow. So then I'll switch up to like another project to work on a little bit to free up my mind. I say it took me about a month or two. At least directly writing the script, not just think up like the character and the story, just putting, okay, we're doing this issue 1.
Right. Okay, we got some news. Septisemic, welcome. And he says, gave a backing over 50% now. Good luck on the campaign. Let's check it out. We had 15 when we started. Now it's 16. You're over 500.
Let's go. Thank you, Sector.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah! Yes! Yes!
Hey,
wow, thank you so much.
Yeah, because, and trust me, wherever you ordered, you're going to get more than what you just ordered. Because, I was kind of thinking about my prices. And then, like I said, my first campaign, so I'm kind of like testing out pricing and stuff. And personally, to me anyways, I felt a little bit bad about the pricing. So I was always like getting some stuff done, like more artwork done, so that, if you get a physical book, I can even send that along with it, like for free and stuff, to make sure that the backers feel appreciated. Because, of course, after the campaign on itself, I am planning to like, sell it at cons, maybe put up on like Global Comic X. And I feel kind of bad if the people who actually supported it with their own wallet didn't get as much, not as much, but like if basically someone who didn't really care to make sure it came out got more value out of it than the people who actually backed it. So of course I'm working a little bit to get some more stuff to just give out free for anyone who actually backed the book.
Yes, this is true. It's true. Your backers make this happen. They help you make this happen. So Septicamic, thank you very much. Darkside says, woohoo. Mike says, nicely done, the Brink bump. Great, but it's this character, this design of yours, man. This is what gets people to back. Excellent.
Yeah, one part about it, because I know for like a lot of Kickstarter stuff, a lot of those Kickstarter comics are like, not to be mean, but they're like a heavy, I guess you could say, tips bait was like, okay, yeah, they saw up a lot of sex girls, half or full naked, even though in the story that it almost never happens or it's done, just like one page and stuff. And you're just like, yeah, I know that's only in there just to bait people in for the Kickstarter book. Yeah. So I'm a little bit happy that I kind of made like a good even middle ground towards like, oh yeah, there are sexy girls you can guess all over and buy stuff for, but I'm not just baiting you in with it. was like, oh no, like she does actually have a place in the story. She does actually do things, and
Yeah.
you know, her
Plus,
personality actually does fit with. Sometimes she does actually mess with the hero
yeah,
in
yeah,
that way. Sometimes, so yeah.
sure. And what also helps is that you're showing off a lot of interior work, so people can see there's a story. Oftentimes, you have these campaigns with like 17 different variant covers,
Mhm.
all with sexy chicks, right? And that sells. But you and maybe when you're lucky, you see 2 or 3 sequential pages. But
Oh
you're
yeah, for sure.
showing a lot here, so that's good.
That was a wolf of mine where I'm just like, well, covers wise, I won't say I'll never have a sexy cover, but I'll just like, okay, I'm gonna only have like 2 to 4 covers an issue. 'Cause I want the covers to actually mean something for the issue. If you have like
Sure.
16 every issue, then it they kind of lose their interest. 'Cause I'm just like, okay, like which is that? So I'm trying to keep it like a low amount, a good variety for people who might want something different. But
Sure.
no amount to where it's like, okay, yeah, if I show someone an image, it'll be easy to just go like, oh yeah, that was for issue 2. That was that version. So I try to keep it like 2 to 3. This campaign I only have 3, and
Oh,
I think that's a good amount.
you have 3 covers for this one. Okay.
Yeah. There's a regular one that features more of the villain girl, and then a third one that's actually got done by a guy who does like a lot of covers for fighting game. Well, not yeah, covers for like the fighting games comics. So like a guy who does comics for like Street Fighter comics. I got him to do a cover. So
Cool. What's happening here? Who is this character? Is this the hero? Or is this a new character?
which one? The guy who's grabbing the shadows, or
The begriming veil. What's
okay,
going
yeah,
on?
yeah, that's a hero. It's like I said, a hero. He has setup powers that he uses.
Oh,
If you can't tell by how he speaks, talking to acts, he's a bit of an edge lord. So, of course, he calls some of his special moves, a little bit edgy. So, of course, begrimming veil, basically like a veil of lies. To if you see a bomb, he basically just casts like a sort of illusion and such.
yeah. It's typically anime also that they shout out like these like the names of the
Veil
tricks
attacks,
that
yeah.
they use, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I kind
Um,
of like that I made the main hero edgelord, because of course, everyone likes to make fun of constantly moving stuff, but in this context, having like someone like edgelord who's always intense and kind of take things a bit so seriously, actually do those things, it kind of both makes sense and is a bit fun, because like, okay, so now he's actually doing that, whether it's inside his own head or actually out loud.
right. Nice. Really cool. Doctrina says, yeah, the trap gotta have that balance of a good story and excellent art. Mike says 8, 12, or even more posing covers is repeatedly tiresome. Yes. Yes, we only need a few. Well, technically, you only need one, but once people discover that sexy covers sell, they make too many.
Mhm. Like I said, I don't mind it. People like I'm not gonna act like I'm immune to it, because there's
Sure.
more than enough comments that I brought just because I just like to go on the top. But
No,
yeah,
we all
I
love sexy covers, man. We all love them, but not
yeah,
like
it just like it
me.
got oversaturated. Like it was
Yeah.
like issue 16, and there's like 8 different sexy girl cops. It's like, hey, bro, you only need like 1 or 2. You don't need to spoil me. Now it's not gonna be as fun.
Yeah.
Because like if you look at like manga, they only have 1, but how people they'll react to their issue covers there, you see how much passion there is, because like, okay, yeah, that's very, very defining of that issue, that image. And that's why I'm trying to recreate. That's why I'm trying to keep it small, so that while there's variety, it'll just be like, oh yeah, that's the special cover for that issue. Then oh yeah, is that the 8 cover of the 6 issue or the 10th cover of the 8 issue? That kind of stuff.
So this is the main cover that we're looking at right now. This
Yeah, that's the baseline cover.
the baseline. Okay, awesome. And this
So
is the
like if I
same.
ever end up like, I don't know, having a publisher print it out, put in stores and something, that'll most likely be the cover there.
All right, sure. And this is the interior artist made this.
No, the cherry
No?
artist. This was actually made by a decent friend of mine, so I know he actually does a lot of thumbnails for YouTubers, but like he's like a really great artist. So I
Oh.
always love his work. So I was like, hey, yeah, you want to do a cover for me? And he accepted, and he did great. I actually absolutely love this.
That's a great gig, by the way. When you're this artist, and you get hired to make thumbnails for YouTube content. That's good. Mike
I feel like
says
it's a good mix between. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Mike says, or even US made manga. Look at Joe Ball's cover, Death, Death, Death. Good stuff. Yeah, that's really detailed. Joe Ball's work. Look at this. This is great. This is cover B. Right?
Yeah. Yep. That one I call the spotlight. It's so my ideology for like covers. It's okay. Cover A. That's like the main one. The generic one. The one you'll most likely see as like the most generically put out one. And then cover B will be like more spotlight, so that cover A will probably like just cover like the general concept of the issue. Cover B will be more like okay, character spotlight. So even if like for Hero, of course, this features the villain, and then her mess with both the villain of the story and the hero, but sees a big picture in it. And so it's kind of like a way for me to just have an excuse to have such detailed art for someone else rather than always be focused on the main character. Because I don't feel bad if, the story's about the main character, but the main character's not even on his own cover, because I always need to put someone else on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. This is great art. Really like this. Colors also. It's really cool.
Yeah, I like it. And it's kind of, even though it's good cover, it also does kind of, I guess you could say, reference what the book's about, since as he said in the trailer, a lot of this is happening just because of what C's doing and how C's messed with the hero and making him do stuff. And once you actually read it, you kind of understand more of why the hero is shaped the way he is, and just fun. So it's kind of like both a little bit of a meta thing, I guess you could say, about what's inside.
Yeah, nice. Cover C. Oh, you changed up the logo also for this one.
Yeah, I have like 2 different logos, not that different, so it's not like it's easy. So the logo is still easy to identify with one series, but it's enough with like, oh yeah, every once in a while I can just switch it up and put what they want.
Yeah. The title also has this like Japanese vibe, like this. these mangas often have these long titles or these weird titles that you usually do not see with English format books.
Yeah, originally this title was actually gonna be a little bit longer.
Oh, really?
It was in like the development stage, so it was a little bit hard. I didn't have as much time to just know how to precisely put it, and so the original title was, as you'll say, like really long. It was like, my villain keeps bullying me and stuff. But after a while, and when I got close to finishing the script, I'm like, I don't know, that title doesn't stick right for me. It feels a little bit too mean, and it feels like I'm making the villain have too much of the spotlight.
Okay.
So
yeah. These are things to consider when you make your own book. All right, you can get bundles. What is this? This is a weird, like, oh wait, sure, you can get bundles. You get trading cards with the bundles.
Yeah, so basically, it's like I was saying before, I was trying to add in like most stuff you can get for free to stuff. So if you get like the bundle, like the bundles are just basically like the different book color, but like at this kind of price.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh yeah, if you get any adult, I'll just toss in that trading card in for free.
Sure. Oh, cool. Free stuff, guys. Free. Oh, look at this art. I really love this one. This is done by Andrea Arts. This is cool.
Oh yeah, I really liked it. When I was talking to that artist, we went through. She's really nice. She made like 7 or 8 different concepts to what we were talking about, and of course only chose one. But she's like one of the few people I kind of went deep into detail about what the story was about, and then that's when we eventually came up to this one.
Right.
She did an amazing job.
So this is a poster. So people can add this to their purchase.
Yes.
Okay. And these are like, what does it say? Poster will be 18 by 12. So
yeah, that's like the size of it.
Yeah. How do you?
Yeah, I'll just let them know. Yes. Thankfully, the printing press also prints posters and stuff. So thankfully, it can all be sent as one.
All right. Nice. Another poster. Another poster. It's cool to see these different styles, like the same characters within different styles, but still having the same vibe.
That's something important to me because I kind of like, I just thought, I can catch a lot of audience if I know how to diversify, because not only am I seeing different artists stuff, but I can also get different styles, and that can easily appeal to one taste and just picking one way.
Right. Yeah, cool. Very nice. Chibi.
Yep, those are the stickers. I knew the second those stickers I can also print out. I'm like, okay, I gotta get at least like one chibi in there. That's like a must give.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Cool. Oh yeah, you have the same character with a different outfit. This is really nice.
Oh yeah, for sure. That artist, I remember it was funny because I just told him, hey, usually when I commission artists, I'm just like, hey, so here's the base concept what I want. Everything else just go wild. I don't even care what you dress them as. And this one, I was just like, yeah, she's not in her regular villain suit, drawing in whatever clothes you want. And this is what you picked up.
Yeah, really nice. These colors also here. Love that.
Oh, for sure.
Really cool. So this is a sticker. People get this with their purchase. You just get that. Correct?
Yeah, it's an add-on. If you buy something, you can add it on for like, I think the sticks I made them like $2-3, so it's not too much. But
okay, all right, cool. About the fulfillment, what can you tell us about the book and fulfillment?
So about that, like I said, I'm doing all the printing. Thankfully, all these items and stuff can be printed from one place, and it's from Commonwealth Springs. I always spoke with them, so they're ready for me for if the campaign is successful, which I think it is. I have high hopes for it. So it's basically just they're gonna help do a lot of the printing and then the delivering. Because I'll be honest, like I said, I still work and stuff, and I do a lot of projects. So having other people who can take care of stuff like printing and then delivering, even though that'll cut into profits, I'm not too much right now into profits. So I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm a lot of like the campaign basically covers like most of those costs and such. Yeah, I'm good.
All right, that's taken care of. That's nice. All right, let's see. 16 backers. I don't think we need to refresh with Kickstarter. It just refreshes itself.
Even if this is the only back I get from here, I'll be honest, I'm happy for it.
That's cool. Guys, the link to this campaign is pinned in the chat. It's in the description of the video. Please share it out, talk about it, put it on social media. All right, stop the screen. All right, Hero DarkyDark, thank you so much for being my guest for today and showing us your campaign. The best of luck with it. We hope you get a gazillion more backers.
Thank you. Hey, thank you again for having me on. It was a great time. I always want to work on, even just talk to more people in general. Since between me and you, I just hate people.
Yeah.
That's one of those things was like, if I'm gonna be crowdfunding, I should probably get used to just talking to other people again. So thanks for having me on.
That's the downside of selling your own stuff. You have to put yourself out there and interact with people, talk to your audience, right? That just goes with the territory nowadays. But you did great. You did great, sir.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And thank all the watchers. Thanks for coming and at least giving my thing a chance to look at. I truly appreciate it.
Yes, thank you, chat. Thank you all so much for being here, for watching us. Without you, there's no point. So, thank you. And if you like this conversation, give us a like. If you didn't like the conversation, give it a dislike. And I'm very sorry. If you are a creator, you have your own book or cartoon or novel or game or whatever, and you want to show it right here on this show. We do this show every Sunday. Just reach out to me through Twitter. The link is in the description, and we can do this. So thank you all so much. Mike says, "Oh yeah, good-looking campaign and congratulations. Thank you for hosting another drink, Dave. Have a good evening and afternoon, gents." All right, thank you, Mike. That's a good way to end this. So see you guys next Sunday. Bye, guys.